Hey guys, this is Pat Pixley here. I'm the songwriting coach here at the Artist Development Division, and I wanted to do a brief introduction for the new students that are starting the next 10-week session. As I said, my name is Pat, and I have about 20 years experience working with artists at all levels, coaching them, co-writing with them, producing them, and helping them flush out their ideas for their songwriting and to develop their careers as recording artists. I've been on the Billboard charts off and on for a total of about 8 weeks and have plenty of experience with recording and producing tracks. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit in this introduction is, first of all, for the returning students, I want to make sure that you guys have all your tools together, because in this 10-week session we're going to get down to a lot more of the nuts and bolts of what we need to do to flush out all our ideas, edit our ideas, and come up with a complete song from start to finish. I know I presented a lot of material in the last session, but now we're going to try and make it cohesive and put it together so that you have your entire song completed. So you're going to need your lyric journal, either writing on a paper and pencil, or paper and pen, or on a computer or some kind of device to keep track of your lyrics. You're also going to need a device to record on, either one of these little tape devices or a little digital recorder, or a computer, something with a microphone on it where you can call up your ideas to keep track of your inspiration and to be able to revisit it and then edit it and to collaborate in class with your ideas. Then you also might want to have access to a dictionary, a rhyming dictionary, a thesaurus. Okay, so the first thing that we do when we start a brand new session is we ask ourselves, and this will be open for discussion amongst all of you, is we ask ourselves what makes a great song. And so I want you guys to begin this process by coming up with some explanations, some ideas about what makes the songs that you love special to you, and why you think they're great, why you think they're better than another song, and have an open dialogue, a conversation in class to discuss these things. And I'd like you to make a record of what you come up with. The goal of the class over the 10 weeks is then to try and understand in a more specific manner and to create deliberate tools that you can use to then take certain aspects of what we consider to be good songs and develop those ideas. And so the most important first step in that is understanding the basic categories that comprise a song. I call this component analysis. A lot of the returning students will know these things, but it's good to review them. And if during class, if you guys can help each other to review those concepts. The first, of course, is melody. Then you have harmony, lyrics, rhythm, and then something that I call intangible, which is really what you bring to a song that's special to you. That's the reason that we have different versions of the same songs. There's a lot of room to interpret a song in a particular style. So I'd like you all to try and define that, and this returning students can help some of the new students come up with a definition for those important components of a song. The other assignment that I want you to work on is then taking aspects of those components and going online, discussing amongst yourselves, doing whatever you can to help define some of the important terminology that's related to these components, so that when I come back to start developing these ideas, everybody kind of knows what we're talking about and has a good sense of all the stuff we're going to touch on, and then we can get more into the specifics of applying those terms, applying the components of the song to new ideas, and developing the songs that we're going to develop over the 10-week period. So I'm going to take a break right now and look at the terms. Under the component of melody, you need to understand what a motif is. You need to understand what counterpoint and polyphony are. Counterpoint and polyphony, P-O-L-Y-P-H-O-N-Y, is important because it has to do with melody and it has to do with the mixing of melodies. You also need to understand what a single dominant melody homophony is, which is the most common form of music today. It has to do with having a single melody line juxtaposed against chords in a composition. The other thing I will talk about is melodic curve. Find out what that means, melodic curve. Under harmony, I want you to understand what an interval is. And remember, you got to define all of these things first. Define melody, harmony, rhythm, and lyric, even before you get to these terms. Just a reminder. So getting back to that interval, then you need to understand what a chord is, also known as a triad in some instances. And very important, you need to understand what a chord progression is, because that's an important tool for songwriting. Under rhythm, define tempo, define what a time signature is, understand what BPM refers to, what is syncopation, which is very important in popular music, and understand what an accent is in a rhythm scheme. Under lyric, I want you to look up theme and be able to define it, understand what imagery is, know what a main hook is, consider and be able to explain what irony is, and understand what metaphor and simile are. Then the last thing I want to talk about is the elements of form, which will then be basically the components of music along a timeline. It's form and structure. You need to understand what a verse is, what a chorus is, what a pre-chorus, a bridge, an intro, and what we call an outro sometimes. How they function in the form and structure of a song. So I will see you in person next time. So do all the work, discuss amongst yourselves, and get creative. Thank you.